Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Luke here. As you guys know, I haven't posted a video in so long. I've just been so busy. For those of you guys who don't know, I work in computers, so I've basically been doing a load of repair and stuff like that. I was working for a company called NeverWinter, and unfortunately, the company made me redundant. They closed a load of their retail stores and everything, so I've been kind of looking around for, different jobs and whatnot. It's just been a bit crazy lately, so, posting a video has kind of been the last thing on my mind. It's not that I haven't wanted to post a video. I do want to post a video. I'm just, busy, and to be honest, I've just got, some slightly more important stuff that I need to figure out right now. But anyway, for those of you guys who are interested, the gameplay in the background is actually a really cool game online called Tera. It's an MMORPG for PC. For those of you guys who don't know, I switched to PC gaming quite a while ago, so I don't play on console anymore. I used to mainly play like first-person shooter games, like many of you guys might have seen my other Call of Duty YouTube channel. But yeah, I switched to playing on PC not too long ago, which is freaking awesome. For those of you guys that are interested, my PC specs will be in the description of the video, so you guys can check that out. I may leave prices as well to the products, but then again, if you guys are interested, you can just PM me and I'll be happy to send you guys like a kind of list of how much everything costs. But yeah, this gameplay in the background is literally, the game is Tera. It's an online MMORPG, so you basically get to meet a load of other players and whatnot. And the way I like to look at it is, if any of you guys have watched any anime or anything, you've probably heard of or seen Sword Art Online, which is a really cool anime, which actually got me into playing MMORPGs a little bit, just because, it looked a bit exciting, I wanted to give it a go. And I found that it's something that, if you give it a look, like World of Warcraft I don't like, League of Legends I don't really like, I don't play any games like that, but this game is completely different. It's just a lot of fun for me personally. I really enjoy it. And any spare time that I've been getting, any downtime, I've been hopping on playing a bit of Tera. It's a little bit like NeverWinter, if you guys have played that, from D&D, which is also a really cool game. But in my opinion, I was playing NeverWinter first, and I got to level cap, which is level 60. Which was really fun, but then I discovered Tera, and I haven't really played NeverWinter since, so if you guys are looking for a nice game to play, Tera is definitely a good game to get on. It used to be a pay-to-play, but I think it was fairly recently, made the game free actually, and 1.4 million people joined as soon as they made it free. And I can definitely see why. This game just has so much depth, so much to do, and unlike every other MMO, there is no grind to it. You can literally just hop on, play, have fun. You don't have to worry about what level you are, what equipment you have. It's so nice and simple, and the coolest thing ever is running in with two swords, taking on an enemy that's way too big, way too high level, and just slaughtering his ass. So that's what I play it for anyway. And I'm just basically doing like a little quest here, which is just like a little kind of side quest off the main quest, I guess. But yeah, there's loads of different things you can do. You can choose to follow just the main quest and play with other players and do all that kind of stuff to take down dungeons and massive bosses and stuff like that. And then also the other thing about this game, which is quite different to NeverWinter and every other MMO, is your equipment and your level are almost irrelevant. I mean, it does matter. You can't take on like a level 27 like Overlith, for example, at level 14, because you will get annihilated. But at the same time, there are some games like NeverWinter where you may be level 40 and you may be facing something that's level 40, but it's just so easy because your equipment is so good, or because you've enchanted a load of stuff. But in this game, it's very, very different. If you were an extremely skilled player, at level 14 you could take on like a level 27 Overlith if you wanted to. It's all about movement, timing, being perceptive of the kind of subtle hints that the enemies give off. And if you can judge these kind of things, you can actually ensure that you never get hit. And if you can never get hit in this game, then obviously you can't die. So it's all about, just paying attention. Like right there, you can see he kind of jumps up on his back legs and shakes his head a little bit. Kind of implies that he's going to go for a move. So at that point, I can just right-click the mouse, do like a little dive, which you'll see me do in a second. And then, I can change my other abilities. Right there's the little dive. And you can see basically it looks so complicated, but I just want to explain that the little bar at the bottom is nowhere near as complicated as it looks. The whole top row, you can completely ignore. Honestly, there's no point in looking at it. The bottom row, basically, those are different abilities that I have. And the first one is on number 1 on the keyboard, the second one is on number 2 of the keyboard, although it's automatic, and I'll go into this. The third one is number 3, and the fifth one is number 5. And the reason why I don't have one in number 4 is because I actually bind 2 of them to the buttons on my mouse. So I only really have to press, my mouse buttons to do the main 2 attacks that I do, and use 1 and 2 on the keyboard for the other attacks that I do. Now you see that where it says press spacebar to use the ability, and that's basically because in this game you can actually chain your abilities. So when you do like a certain ability, like a diving roll for example, you'll get an ability pop up on the screen that says press spacebar to use. So you can chain that ability, and after you've chained that ability, if you have the next ability in that chain unlocked, you can chain that ability also. So if you're taking on like a giant boss or something, and you've got another player which has got the boss's attention, and you're behind the boss, you can actually chain all of your abilities to get off a ridiculous amount of damage in such a short period of time. Obviously all the abilities have like a regular cooldown, like a couple of seconds. Then you get like really big abilities, like one of mine is to increase your combat speed by 30% for 3 minutes, but it does have a 3-minute cooldown. So, sorry, a 30-minute cooldown. So, something like that really should be used for really high-level players, because in this game you can also duel players. There's two types of servers. There's PvE, which is player versus environment, where it's just, what I'm doing here, just going around slaying monsters, doing the quest. Or there's PvP, which is player versus player. And at any point in the game you can find any player regardless of what level they are, and you can click on them and you can challenge them to a duel. And when you duel them, it's basically the player to hit just before death loses. So basically you'll never die in a duel, you don't lose items, you don't lose any money, nothing like that. It's just purely for fun. The other thing that you can do as well is obviously you can bet. You can just say to someone, hey, do you want to have a duel, and we'll do a trade afterwards, and let's say like the winner gets this item for example. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff. I challenged a guy the other day that was like 14 levels higher than me for his swords, and I nearly beat him, but he actually got the upper hand and beat me at the last second, so I ended up losing this like really nice scroll that I had, but oh well, it's pretty cool anyway. And I mean, for those of you guys that are just watching this and you've managed to make it this far through the video, I commend you if you're not interested in MMOs, because I know a lot of people will look at MMOs, including myself, and the first thing that will come to your mind is, I don't like MMOs, I don't want to watch this, I don't want to get the chance, it's not the kind of game that I enjoy. And I completely understand, because before NeverWinter or this game, I was exactly the same, because League of Legends and World of Warcraft, to me personally, I don't want you guys to get offended if you do like it, but to me the games are shit. I don't like them, they just look awful, and it's something that I don't want to play, and that's just my personal opinion. But I started playing NeverWinter with some friends, just for my friends, and then found this, and it's totally different, guys. Honestly, it's totally different. It's just something that you can just chuck on and just have fun with. And the cool thing about this game, the really cool thing, is if you die, there's no penalty. You don't lose items, you don't lose money, you don't go down in level, nothing like that. The only thing that is annoying is you'll get spawned at the previous city that you were at. So if, like me, you can see on the minimap, I'm where the little red question mark is, and the nearest town is all the way down that road where the blue writing is, nearly at the bottom right of the screen. So when I die, I'll have to walk, or get on my mount and ride all the way back up there, which is a pain in the ass. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. More videos soon, and I will catch you guys later. Let me know what you think of Tera, guys, and if you want to see some more, I'll pump some out for you.